Well, hey there, Taurus. Welcome to Zen-TAROT. My name's Julie. We're going to do a tarot card reading for you today, Taurus. We are looking at your energy. I want to see what's going on with you after this last eclipse of the eclipse season. It has been really big energy coming through for us between that last lunar eclipse, September 7th, and the solar eclipse on September 21st. Big memories coming up. The dark energy's really rearing its ugly head, spewing fear at us, spewing insults at us, right? The dark energies have really risen up. So we have to push back with the light. There has to be a pushback now with the light against this dark. Show the dark energies just how powerful we are. So let's get going, Taurus. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. If you would like a personal reading from me, I am open for those. I will leave my email address in the description box below. Just send me an email. We can talk about that. All right, Taurus, let's get going. Let's get you an Osho Zen-TAROT card for Up in the Ether. Spirit, can we get some messages for the sign of Taurus? What's going on with Taurus right now? Osho Zen-TAROT advice for Taurus. Courage. Look at this, Taurus. Absolutely. It's been very dark, very oppressive, very suppressive here, trying to hold us back, trying to dim our light, trying to make us feel not good enough or not worthy. In some cases, not even worthy to be on this earth here, but you are blooming where you are. It's just like, this is the pushback I'm talking about. This is the light showing itself now, dispelling the dark, dispelling the fear that be not afraid, right? Be not afraid. These are the times that we have fought for and been trained for. I'm thinking of the book Ender's Game. I read this years and years ago. This little boy playing a game with the military, bringing him in to play this game, and it was really real life, right? It was just, this is happening. It feels surreal, but the time is now to really rise and to show the dark that it is no match for the light. No match. Look at this with traveling on the bottom of the deck here. I love this very fast movement and traveling somewhere, going somewhere, visiting somewhere, but feels very peaceful and very unknown, like it's a surprise here. I'm not quite seeing where you're going yet. Let's see where you're going. Now that you have bloomed, now that you realize just how powerful your light is here, you've been really dedicated to the grind, very loyal to the grind here. You've been so responsible and so grounded. So now I think there's just this period where, you know what, I'm allowed to spend what I've earned. I'm allowed to enjoy myself with the money that I have earned here, with the resources that I've gathered here. So on this dark journey. All right, let's clear the energy. Let's get you a spirit animal card for Up in the Ether. Spirit, what kind of animal spirit guide is walking with Taurus right now? What kind of animal spirit wisdom for Taurus? The frog spirit. This one just keeps coming out over and over again. The number 28 converts to a 10, which converts to a 1. The solo journey here, if I got to do it myself, so be it. But I am moving forward. I am moving out. So beautiful clearing out of the clutter here. Going through your things, going through your life. What do I want to keep? What do I want to donate? And what do I want to throw away here? So you're really examining the relationships in your life, your place in those relationships, who values you, who loves you. It's not so much about who you love anymore, but it's who loves you, who wants to continue on this journey, not through the dark, but in search of the light now. So very beautiful, going through the clutter. And in order to do that, you have to look at it. You have to assess it. You have to remember it. You have to feel it. You have to process it here. So that's exactly what's happening. Maybe old memories popping up from your childhood or from stressful situations or situations where you felt very tested, very suppressed and pushed down on here. So that's giving you the strength to really bloom where you are, to really garner the light now and harness the light now. So absolutely beautiful. The mouse spirit, number 40, tend to the small things. Don't forget the details. The devil's in the details here. Taurus. Yeah, as you're processing these memories, as you're going back down memory lane or having conversations about the past to process it here, don't forget the details here. Don't forget the small things. Interesting. Boy, are you going through a memory lane. nostalgia, a moment of nostalgia. Like all of a sudden I had this feeling like it was my first day of school. I used to have to move around a lot. My family moved around a lot. We moved from California to New York to Utah to all over the country. And I was always the new kid in school. And that first day of school, you have this real mixed emotions here, this anticipation and this dread, because anticipation, you can be anyone you want to be. Nobody knows who you are in this town. This is all new. You can be who you want to be. But then there's the question of who you want to be. What crowd do you want to be in? And then you always choose the wrong one, the one that's not going to accept you, right? That's the test that goes on here. The wombat spirit at the bottom of the deck here, be at home. So I feel like you are visiting those kind of memories, like, oh, like there's nothing I can do about this. I have to go. I have no choice. I got to walk through those doors tomorrow and be the new kid in school. Have the teacher say my name, have them point out my desk, have the kids not want to be separated, and that's now my desk. And so there was just this feeling I'd be up all night. I would just be fretting and worrying, and there was nothing I could do about it. And my father used to tell me that there's nothing you can do about it. So if there's nothing you can do about it, you've got to let it go. Then it's not a problem, because there is no solution. You just got to walk into it. I feel that that's what you're doing right now. Be at home. And also I'm getting this feeling, I saw that in my before I went on my rant there about the first day of school. Be at home and bloom where you are, and having courage. It's like wherever I moved, I had to make that my home. I had to make new friends. I had to adapt and assimilate, and I didn't want to be the one, the weird one out in the standing on the outside there. So you have to adapt. You have to be at home wherever you are. You have to be you wherever you are, and that's the lesson that really stayed with me. I can't morph to make other people happy, because that group I want to be in, the popular crowd, is never going to accept me, because they smell my desperation to be there, right? They smell my feeling of unworthiness to be there at all. So big lessons like that clearing up for you. That's the clutter that you're going through, the memories, the emotions that you're going through here. Okay, let's clear this energy. Let's take a look at the mind space, the heart space, and the soul space. First of all, we're going to start in the mind space, because that's where everything starts. What we think about comes about, and a belief is just a thought we keep thinking over and over again. So I want to see, what are you thinking about over and over again? The Page of Cups, this disjointedness, this disconnectedness. I think you had to unplug for a little while as you were germinating in the dark there, going through some things. And it's like, again, wanting to join that club, but not feeling worthy of joining it. So it's the law of attraction, just really always in place, but us not understanding how that really works. You have to feel worthy enough to walk into that crowd. There's some kids that they would be, I would observe this. They were the new kid in school. They walked right up to that popular crowd. Hello, I'm so-and-so. And they were instantly accepted, instantly in. They knew they were worthy to join that club there. They knew there was no way they were not going to be accepted. So really understanding why we went through the things we went through, why we were restrained, why we were held back and not watered or not nurtured. It was to become this courageous, to become this strong for these times right now, for this very time right now. You've been preparing for this time in your life, your whole life, for the right now, Taurus. So that's beautiful. Big understanding coming in with you with the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is also a messenger. Somebody coming in with an offer of love here. So let's see what that's about. You're getting a spiritual hug here too. I'm just noticing these hands, these spiritual hands in the shape of a heart here. So you're getting a spiritual hug. I love that. Tell me more about the mind space of Taurus. Tell me more about the mind space for Taurus here. What's going on with Taurus? There's that Hermit energy. My God, have you had to go on this trip down memory lane here? Just really finding your strength within yourself, listening to that inner voice. This travel has been an inward journey here, an inward journey right down to the cellar, right down into the basement of every single thing you had gone through here. Maybe every bully that's crossed your path, every time maybe you enforced your power here. It kind of goes both ways, but this is an inner journey and a massive personal transformation for you. Really finding the light within so that you can emanate it out here, be the guiding light here. So you've been chosen with this Virgo energy coming through this last solar eclipse that we had. excuse me, was in Virgo. So yeah, time to clean house, time to look at them, time to go back down memory lane, process the memories to let them go. But remember, Taurus, when you are looking back and you are wishing things could have been different, or you wish you would have said, or you wish you would have been that person to walk right up to that group, you would have been a bit different person today. You wouldn't be on this search to find the light, the truth, the understandings and clarity that you are on a search for. So I used to say my whole life too is, you know, I'm almost 60, and it really proves to be true. Never peak in high school. You never want to peak in high school, right? It's only downhill from there if you're peaking that young. It's like you got to outdo yourself your whole life, and you never will. You always feel like a failure. So this was a learning journey for you. This was understanding what it's like to be on the other side of poverty, or not feeling worthy, or not having enough, and observing those that have too much, those that have just exude this confidence, this security within themselves. And sooner or later it's going to crack. It's going to have them looking at it. That's the ego within all of us, and we will look at it one day. So yeah, you've done it your whole life. Tell me about the challenge in the mind space for Taurus right now, Spirit. Tell me about the challenge. Is there any challenge in the thoughts for Taurus? 10 of Cups. Wow, look at this. It is time for you to start enjoying, starting to reap the rewards here, Taurus. It's time to relax. It's time to go on vacation. It's time to understand how far you have come and how love has carried you. This spiritual hug has carried you your whole life. You've never been alone. You never are alone. But you're really understanding that now, that everything was for purpose. It was all for purpose. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't gone through that. So you're just giving this beautiful grace to your past here. And you're ready to fall in love with life again. You are ready to stop using the distractions of I'm healing. Maybe that has been a distraction for you, or I can't yet, or I can't walk into that light yet because I'm not ready, I'm not worthy, I'm not practiced enough here. And boy, this is a spiritual nudge for sure. This is an absolute spiritual nudge right into the light for you to tell you, Taurus, you are worthy. You are absolutely worthy. Just really bathe in the worthiness that is you, because this is your divine inheritance coming to you right now. This is the payback. This is the time for you to fall in love with life again. This is so beautiful. Whew, Spirit, what's your advice in the mind space for Taurus? Yeah, give it up. Let go of the baggage. Go through your things, and your things are your memories, your past, your the past that got you here, the betrayal, the loss, the grief, the dark, the being on your knees, screaming out for mercy, Lord, mercy. It's here. Here's your mercy. Here's your mercy. You are allowed to walk away from the hard times. You're allowed to walk away from the poverty, from the unworthiness, from the feeling like you don't belong. You're allowed to walk into the crowd of light and be fully accepted here. And the crowd of light is those that have hope, those that know that this too shall pass, that they can't hold us down forever. They can't suppress our voices forever. Sooner or later, we will be heard. Love will be heard. Love will conquer all here. So that's the fight of the light worker, and that is what you are walking toward. It's like you hear the call from the others. We're all gathering. We're all contributing our energy to this mass pull of light right now. And boy, do the dark energies not like that. They will remind you of every hard time you've ever gone through. They'll give you signs that you're not worthy. They'll give you messages that you're not worthy. I mean, if anything that the dark energy, the low vibrational energies are afraid of, it's the light. Because turn on a light switch in a dark room and you tell me what happens here. The light has to overcome the shadow. The shadow cannot overcome the light. No matter how much it can dim it, it's still there within that center, right? It's still there, or the shadow wouldn't exist. So this is what you're understanding. You're just understanding that it was all for purpose. I'm going to give it grace. I am so powerful. And there is power in numbers here. So you're walking toward the numbers now. walking toward the hope now, the pillars of light now, and away from the darkness. But boy, they have a way of hanging on to your ankles, of reminding you just how unworthy you are to walk that way. And you know what it is? It's their fear that they're not worthy. There's a whole pool of the dark too on the other side of here, those beings that feel unworthy here. So of course they don't want you to escape that. There's power in those numbers as well. So they don't want to lose their power to the light there. So absolutely beautiful. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. This is beautiful. This is a reckoning. This is a payback on a grand scale for you. So yeah, let's take a look at your heart space. What are you feeling right now, Taurus? What are you feeling in the heart space right now? What's going on in the emotional body for Taurus? Emotional body for Taurus. Oh God, look at that. Ouch, ouch, ouch. There's the dagger to the heart that you have had to heal over and over and over again. I mean, this has really, really, really been tough. It's just really hard that that dark night of the soul. You have gone through a dark night of the soul, but even the darkest night cannot survive the sunrise. The sunrise will dispel the fears, will shun those shadows back into the corners there. So Taurus, Taurus, this is a confirmation. This is absolutely a spiritual hug for you, and an understanding of what you've gone through, a huge compassionate hug for what you've gone through on this earth, the footsteps that you have walked, the path that you have carved here is just absolutely glorious. Glorious. And it came through pain, it came through grief, it came through understandings on a deeper level than most people have to look at here. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful warrior that you are, that if you are resonating with this reading, you're not afraid. You are not afraid. Be not afraid. So you are one of the chosen one to be not afraid of the dark here. Your light is more powerful than the dark here, but you had to visit the dark. You had to go to hell to understand that. Even when your light was dim while you were walking through hell here, you did carry it forward like that ember that it is, that love ember that you've carried forward is now going to burn into the biggest bonfire ever. That's the community. That's where you're walking into, the pool you're walking into of light. It's the biggest bonfire of spiritual energy that will dispel every single one of those last memories that you have of how you got here in the first place. Tell me more about that Three of Swords in the heart space for Taurus. Tell me more about that. Tell me more. Oh, look at this. The Nine of Swords comes out in reverse. I mean, yeah, it's been really dark. It's been really, really dark. Ace of Cups. I love that, especially after the Nine of Swords in reverse. We've got the Nine as the Hermit. Nines are all about goodbye, saying goodbye to the grief, saying goodbye to the sorrow, saying goodbye to the frustration, the anger, the rage, the resentment, the shame, saying goodbye to all of it so that you can walk into your life now, so that you can plug back in and open your heart back up and allow it to transform into the light now, into the hope now, into the faith now. Look at that beautiful butterfly in the heart space here, moving from that caterpillar through that very, very painful birthing canal into the butterfly, just shedding the cocoon, just shedding the chrysalis that you've been living in forever, thinking that was your salvation, that was your savior, into the light, into the sun, into the sanity, into the hope again here. So there's a lifting up, an elevation up. Things just don't feel so heavy. Even when you're looking back at those very, very heavy memories, there's an upliftment to it, a quirky smile to it, a memory that was funny in the moment of the dark there, right? Somebody passing away and saying something funny that made you laugh in the darkest time of your life there. It's just those moments that are really pulling up now, really coming up now, the cream of the crop now, when you're looking back at those very, very hard times. But boy, Taurus, you have been tested. You have been tested, and it ended with this last solar eclipse, September 21st, in the sign of Virgo. You've got so much Virgo here. And saying goodbye, letting it eclipse out the past, eclipse the way you got here now, because you're the new kid in school. You're the new kid in the class. You could be anybody you want to be now. You're just so understanding that we are allowed to change. We're allowed to change. We're allowed to transform in this life. beautiful. Wow. Good God. And look at this with the Fool on the bottom of the deck. And Taurus, welcome to the rest. Oh, good God. I see death and rebirth, and I see the Nine of Cups. I mean, my God, every wish, every dream, every idea, every thought really, really coming into reality now. It's just what we think about comes about, and now you feel worthy. Now you absolutely feel worthy of being in the cool club, of being a part of a community of light, of being the leader that you were meant to be here, the stepping up now to see things from a whole new perspective. I mean, talk about being allowed to change. This is the change you've been waiting for your whole life. You've been preparing for this your entire life, Taurus. Say goodbye to the grief. Say goodbye to the sorrow. Say goodbye to the poverty and the feeling left out and feeling like the outsider looking in all the time, always wanting to be a part of the club but never being invited in. Oh, they weren't worthy of you, Taurus. They were not worthy of you. So this is the understanding. They would have wasted your time trying to impress them, trying to show them who you are, trying to prove to them who you are. It was so beautifully, divinely orchestrated for you to not be accepted there. So that is an absolute beautiful understanding, a reckoning of your past here, a karmic understanding that's coming in for you. How beautiful is that? And the Ace of Pentacles, your times of poverty, your times of feeling like there's not enough money, there's not enough time, there's not enough love, this crunch, this deadline that you've had on you, this time clock ticking in the background, it's over. It's over. This is a brand new era of your life, a brand new you, where you're stepping into such a different community, a different timeline now, that nobody knows who you are, nobody knows your name, and you can be anybody you want to be. You've been given this beautiful spiritual gift of courage. Courage is your gift here, Taurus. You have the courage to walk right into that room with your light shining brightly, no matter what people are slinging at you or what they're thinking about you, and you know what they're thinking about you because you've gone through this your entire life. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're the teacher of a classroom, and you didn't even ask for the classroom. Now you are teaching those low-level vibrational beings how to carry their light ember forward, how to get out of the dark, how to leap forward out of the dark. And you use the fear to do it. You just use the fear as your stepping off point. What do I got to lose? I can be anybody I want to be. If I fail, at least I am failing. And it's not me just trying to get the good graces of somebody else or live off their coattails or get their approval. I never needed their approval. So yeah. Wow, Taurus, you are truly a light warrior. You're so courageous. It's like, I heard somebody say, I think it was a tarot card reader the other day, that the light workers are pulling together. They're throwing their energy in, even if you're sitting at home just saying a prayer for light here, for peace and clarity here. That is a light worker. That is contributing to the pool of light here. So I heard somebody, a tarot card reader, saying the light workers, the light warriors, is the second coming. And that just was like, wow, maybe that is true. Maybe the Christ consciousness is the second coming. And we can't get there if we don't break it. If we don't turn that switch on, we can't get there. So you are turning the heart light on here, Taurus, and you are walking into a brand new environment because you're a brand new you. So even if you're walking into the same environment, it doesn't matter. You are a brand new you. People will treat us the way we tolerate here. So if you've got these beautiful boundaries, you can stand in your light no matter where you are. You are blooming wherever you are. That's the end of what I'm trying to say here. Blooming where you are. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Home is where you are. You are home. Everything else was just a house. It was just temporary. You're coming to understand that I am home. I am always home. Beautiful. And we'll leave it with this Nine of Cups and the Star, the healing, the hope, faith, renewal card coming out here to shadow over the dark, the grief, the things that you have gone through here, to shed the light on it, to shed the understanding and the clarity on it, and just giving you that courage. Look at the Seven of Wands. This is a spiritual journey for you, Taurus. All right, I think I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Taurus, my God, are you strong? I'm in awe of your strength. Taurus, keep shining. You keep shining brightly, because that's the only thing that's going to dispel this darkness. And I'm proud of you. Okay, Taurus, I'm sending you all my love and light, and I will definitely tune in with you soon.